in the middle of it.
What up to the pod version? Everybody sleeping in the cloud. Welcome to the Black Log, where we talk black about TV, film, music, and sometimes we just digress into conversations that you may not even understand, but we do, and we'll explain it to you. Or either drink hot coffee, but we're not drinking hot coffee because it's summer and it's hot. So there are cold things in
Is it
here.
summer?
I don't know about you. It's hot out here. It's hot out here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not burning, but it's getting that. That's all I'm saying. Welcome to the Black Law. My name is Rod, and the gentleman who was curious, who's questioning my weather, is my brother Ryan. Say hello, Ryan.
What up? What's happening? What's happening? Gave you a smile.
It was an old TV show. I forgot. They say hello, such and such. Hello. I don't remember that TV show, but they say hello, such and such. Hello. That's all he would say.
Hey,
Like it.
if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, like, share, comment, and if you're on any of the podcast platforms such as Apple, RSS, or Spotify, please give us a 5-star rating. And if you don't like it, leave that 5-star rating. We promise to do better next time. And you can find a lot more clips on IGTT and Facebook. And also shout out to E Tiffany Custom Creations. They'll hook you up. If you need something made, just go to etiffanycreations.com.
For all your apparel needs.
Also, shout out to people who do the infamous close up pictures for their profile pictures and all of their pictures on the Facebook and the social media spots. They give you the infamous close up pictures, and you're like, ooh. And then when you go to their regular pictures, then when you go to the pictures that are not close up, you're like, ooh.
But that song did like that. Ooh, ooh,
Bruh. You, you ain't never
ooh, ooh, ooh.
you ain't never seen somebody, you see the wife, you're like, oh, you're like, ooh. Then you look and you're like, ooh.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I heard that in a
Hey,
while. He went, ooh.
hey, y'all out there, y'all can take the ooh for it. Whatever you think ooh means to you, that's what it means.
He sound like he sound like T-Boz in Belly. Africa? That's far. Ooh. Shout out to
That
my
might, that
man Boo.
might, that might be,
Shout out to
that
my
might
man
be
Boobo because he has no home.
that line from T-Boz, that could be infamously one of the most ignorant lines in a movie, bro. You say Africa, that's far. All right. That man trying to expose you to something, to something. That man trying to expose you to your history and to you have to talk about his far.
I like going to
Stay your ignorant ass in Brooklyn.
I like going to Philadelphia. Africa? That's far.
Africa. That's on cartoons. That's what they was making fun of on cartoons.
Oh, shout out. What do you think, Boobo? Boobo, he's down, but he's laughing. He's laughing on the inside. Boobo's laughing on.
I've always tripped out that you really named that bear Boobo.
I didn't. My
Oh,
daughter
you
named
did?
it. I
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
My daughter named it. It's her
I didn't.
bear. The whole thing, I
Oh,
think I've told you before, it's her bear. She said, Dad, could you take it to Goodwill? And I said, all right, I'll take it to Goodwill. And I put it in the back seat. God damn, I had to literally put it in the seatbelt because it was that big. And I
why'd
was
you
on
put in
my
a
way
seatbelt?
because it was just, it was making, it made less space if you can believe that. Because if not, it was blocking the back window. And I put
Oh,
it behind me.
I was about to say what you thought he was going to smack you upside your head or something.
You know what? I don't know. But I was going and I realized that I was late for work. And I was like, man, I'll take it after. So I went to work and I had walked away from my car and I was downtown LA. It's kind of sketchy in downtown LA. And I saw somebody walk up on the car and they looked and they were looking at the place where he was, and my windows are tinted. And I guess he thought somebody was in there. and backed up. I said, "Oh, for real? You stand? You stand? If that keep people off my car, that you stand. So that's
One more
so that's how.
time. One more time before we start. Shout out to those. They try to trick you, bro. They try to trick you with the close-ups, bro. Give you the close-up profile pic. You be like this,
You silly. You're
and
silly.
you like, oh, and you're like, oh.
Um, the black word log of the day, because we don't only just entertain here, we educate. The black word of the day is
Black log word of the day.
black. The,
The
the
Negro word of the day.
black log word of the day. Oclophobist. Oclophobist, spelled Ochlophophobist. Oclophobist, defined as one suffering or having an irrational fear of large or sizable crowds. The Oclophobist walked to St. Charles Avenue, saw the Mardi Gras parade crowd, and said, "She it."
Oklahoma.
Oclophobist. Oclophobist. Take it with you into your world, into your day. Hey, you may know an Oclophobist. I think as we get older, we become Oclophobist. I don't like large crowds. Am I fearful of them? No. I don't have an irrational fear, but it's just like, mm-mm. How about you? You in crowds.
I mean, I go to homecoming every year, so I can't.
You could, I
I like going to Mardi Gras, so I can't say that
say I care less.
Yeah.
It depends. Maybe I guess that means I'm not an Oclophobist. Again, Oclophobist, take it into your day. We've been doing different worlds here. Episode 7 of season 3, which has been a banger of a year. Not to say that 2 wasn't good, and not to say that 1 wasn't really bad, but 2 was good. 2 was good, but 3, it is kicking into high gear. This is called Wedding Bells from Hell, written by Adriana Trigani. Matter of fact, this is her first episode of television, at least if I go by her IMDb. She's also known for writing a lot of, she's written over 20 books. Yes, I'm sorry. The brief summary for this show.
Brief summary. Our brief summary is brought to you by Brevity. If you didn't have it, we'd be here all day. Boop.
Walter won a trip for 2 to Hawaii. So Walter and Jaleesa are now getting married. Makes sense, huh?
I'll be happy to start off this episode because this is the most ridiculous when I looked at it again. Walter starts off by coming in and saying he won the trip to Hawaii, the honeymoon Hawaii trip that he had put in for. And now this is a great time for Walter to propose to Jaleesa by saying, "Hey, who are you taking?" "I'm taking my wife." "What?" And then he proposes.
Hey,
That might be that proposal, and the reason behind the combination of the proposal and the reason that he's actually proposing, which is basically because he won a vacation. It's up there, not past, but it's up there with Martin. It's up there with Martin, bruh. The only difference is that Martin, you can't beat Martin because, who's gonna beat Martin? Who's gonna beat that horrible proposal? Damn, Gina, will you marry me? Damn, are you happy now? That is the worst. That might be the worst proposal on earth, bruh. Hey, man, they must have been in the right digression, Martin. Hey, they must have been in that. They must have been in that writer's room, and it was like, "Oh, I got it. We just gonna make it where this can be the worst proposal ever in TV history. Will you marry me? Damn. Are you happy now?" What?
looking through 2020 vision, his makeup proposal with now Brian McKnight isn't.
Oh,
It's not.
I know, huh? I know, huh? Back then it was like, ooh, it was like, hey,
Oh,
yeah, he
in
was,
in
and now we got.
retrospect now.
I can still actually recall because listening to Tom Joyner Morning Show, I actually heard that episode when Brian McKnight first started his downfall, bruh. Bruh, Tom Joyner was like, "Hey man, something, you in the vote, get the vote out." McKnight was like, "Vote? Nah, man, I don't do that." Tom Joyner was like, serious, for real, vote? Nah, man, I'm good on voting." And bruh, you could have heard all the air come out of that show with Tom Joyner. He was just like, hmm. And I think they were on that little cruise too. That little Tom Joyner cruise.
Tell you
Oh
something.
my gosh, bruh.
Brian McKnight has already torn. He's torn his drawers, but he's torn all his clothes now. Because that one, I didn't even know that. I didn't
Oh, you
even
didn't know
know
that?
that. I
That's
did
how it
not know.
started, bruh.
I
That's
didn't
how it
know that.
started.
Yeah, he just kind of. Yeah, he just.
Like
Oh
like
my.
he like he actually had the just as Martin had the worst proposal on earth, his equivalent is him coming on the Time Joyner Morning Cruise or Time Joyner Morning Show and saying, "Vote." Nah, man. Like, bro, when the last time you watched Time Joyner Morning? Tom Joyner, have you listened to the show? This dude talks about voting every day.
Yeah, you really are just promoting the record right now because you don't listen to Tom Joyner at all.
I'm
You
like,
really don't.
bro, this dude literally does. This dude literally talks about voting every day, bro.
Tom Joyner probably does one of those them Keenan Thompsons. Really? No. you
Bro, you kind of felt that way. You
Eh,
kind of felt that way. Like
you know what?
you could see it through the radio, bro. You can see Tom Joyner like this, like I can only imagine J. Anthony Brown and
Let me
all of
pull it
them,
back.
bro.
Let me pull it back. Let me pull it back. We talk about vote. We talk about Brian McKnight acting a fool. Brian McKnight appearing on Martin. Brian McKnight proposal. This goes back to Sinbad, Walter Oak's character
Oh yeah,
proposing
that's where we were.
to Jaleesa. And mind you, I got to give Walter a little credit, or the actor Sinbad, whatever you want to say. Walter, right before he walks up to her, you can kind of tell he's kind of getting into proposal mode. Where he takes a moment before
Yeah,
he takes a beat before he walks over to her, but he still says to her, he says like, "I'm getting on my knees." He says, "I got this. I was always gonna propose to you, or whatever. You're gonna marry me, right?" Like eventually. And that's the beginning of the first crack. That's one of those first you see a drop, like in your bathroom. It's like I see a drop of water. Something's wrong. And
oh yeah, yeah,
you kind
yeah, yeah,
but you
yeah, yeah.
kind of
You like,
overlook it. You
you like,
kind of overlook it. And they kind of sit there.
that'd be the worst, bro. If you was in your bathroom, bro, you felt a little drop of water, bro, you be like,
And he tried to, and they tried to overlook it. I gotta say that because she's throwing up reasons and they're countering, and she's like, "But Jaleesa says yes." Now we go to Gilbert second. We go to second floor Gilbert Hall lobby. We find Kim and Freddie drowning their
yeah, yeah,
sorrows,
that
I guess you
little,
want to call it, in
yeah, that
donuts
little,
because
that whole interaction was just, that could have been cut. That could have been on the cutting room floor. When they did something, two bags of one or something, I was like,
it was a
cutting
playoff.
floor.
That was the playoff of an old gum commercial.
Yeah, cutting floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, put that on the floor, bro. Yeah, bro. That should stay in there. What they call it? What they call it? The cutting room floor? Was that what they
Yeah.
call it? Yeah,
Yeah, I
cut.
think that's
Yeah,
more for it's still more for movies, but because they got a time they gotta fill. Like I said, they go to the second floor. Dwayne walks up and they talk about all that, what happened to the bad day. Then Whitley comes in and criticizes the ladies for their choices, saying, "Well, you didn't have a date last night." Yes, because I have a date on Saturday night. Friday night is for Just I forgot. Did she say losers? Like, damn. I was like, she's like, I didn't even know like Saturday night
Uh,
dates were better than Friday night dates, but she just straight up criticized them
Let me
for
tell
their
you something.
dates.
If it wasn't true, Whitley made it true.
It's true. But Whitley mock Dwayne's like, and
Oh
he
yeah,
said, what do you
Dwayne.
know? And he said, and when was your last romantic? And Whitley said, and when was your last romantic liaison? And Dwayne says, you don't remember? Which
And you saw and you
makes
saw and you saw old Kim Walona Woods turn
Kim
that
and Freddie.
head.
You know what? I had to look back at that. It was Kim and Freddie. Both of them were like, "Ooh, wait, what?" But
Kim Walona.
only thing that could top them from not inquiring about that is what happens next, and that's Jaleesa and Walter coming in
Yeah,
and
they walked
saying
in.
we're getting married. That because if not, hold on, wait. What
Oh
you
yeah.
mean by that? What you mean by that? They come in and they react to
Oh,
that.
oh yeah, old Kim Walona Woods Reese. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's all up in the business.
Um, like I said, they react and everybody's kind of giving reactions like when, where. Whitley says why, but Kim seems to always be able to give that reaction that puts a crack in the veneer, and she says, "I think it's wonderful, a little sudden, but wonderful."
Yeah,
It's
it is,
like when
bro.
when Whitley says why, you kind of like it's Whitley. But when she says that, I think it's wonderful. A little sudden, but wonderful.
Well, bro, Walter, man, he's just trying to get married, bro, because he got a free
I
a
know.
free trip, bro.
Walter mentions that. Then Walter mentions like, yeah. So when y'all talking, say, yeah, since we get married in 2 weeks, and Jaleesa's like, 2 weeks.
She
She's
didn't even
like,
know that, right?
she didn't know that. Um, and I gotta say, this opposite energy
What
of
you got to
people not
say?
knowing,
Nah, I'm joking.
we I got to say, I wish he will buck his eyes and shine his teeth like
Not
like
shine
a
his
spoon.
teeth.
What that thing from?
Hollywood Shuffle. I ain't even say it.
I don't know,
Go ahead.
but we look at it now like, why didn't you? It's easy to say, oh my God, haven't you two people talked about this? But this was This was like a groundbreaking theme back then in late '80s and the early '90s. Like people get married, but it's like, have y'all considered what do you want to do? You know what I mean? It was just now it's a common thing to say, are we on the same page? But relationships back then, this was groundbreaking. And I gotta admit, the previous week, another theme. That whole having a baby in college.
Oh
That
yeah.
was they weren't talking about that on network TV. They were not talking about that on network TV. I mean,
Debbie. Hey man, Debbie, man.
and let me tell
Debbie.
you something. You all know about the I mean, in the future we'll probably end up doing the episodes where they talked about the AIDS. That was just like
Yeah. Poor teacher Campbell.
she lived.
Yeah, she
She's
did.
she
It would be something if she's on the reboot, huh?
man, that would be something. Man,
That'd
I
be
met
something,
Magic
bro.
Johnson, and
Yeah.
he gave me some of what he got, and
Look
I'm
at
doing well.
look at me. I put on some weight and everything.
I'm married. I have 2 kids. Wait, we thought you were gonna wait, Whitley. We thought you were gonna die.
I remember you.
We thought you were gonna die. Uh,
You're alive. You're alive.
but back to like I said, Jaleesa's like, I don't have time to plan a wedding, but Whitley's like, I will join in, and Freddie, Freddie's going to pitch in. Whitley says, I will plan the wedding, but I need a capable assistant, and Freddie says, I am right here, and she says, Dwayne, I
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
you to be an assistant. And the thing is, she said, but I got a tutoring session, and Whitley says, let him flunk. But let me note, she's already got problems with math. She knows about math problems. And let me state that Dwayne goes with her. So Dwayne is going to let that child flunk, whoever he's
Oh
tutoring
yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah.
Some dude, some dude named Taquan is sitting in a study room waiting right now.
He's sitting over there like, man, when the dude coming, bro?
When is my tutor coming? When is my tutor coming?
People walking past the room, bro. They like, what you in there for, man? Man, I'm waiting on Dwayne, man.
I'm
He
waiting
taking
on
all
Dwayne.
damn day.
Dwayne Wayne.
Anybody seen Dwayne? Man, I saw Dwayne walking with Willie
downtown.
about 10 years ago, bro.
He's downtown at a wedding shop. Seriously.
I said, man, I don't think you're gonna see Dwayne today.
I don't think
bro.
you're gonna see Dwayne.
Dwayne was walking behind Whitley like a little puppy, bro.
Just saying. We go to Whitley and Kim's room. Whitley is putting on a dress when Dwayne knocks and enters. Whitley runs for the closet and he asks about this book they're using to plan the wedding. Some woman who is from Florence, Alabama. And she's a big wedding planner. Whitley emerges from the closet in the dress that she was trying on, except the zipper is not zipped up. And she's trying to zip it up. And Dwayne is like, you ain't Gumby. Do you need some help with that? And she says, yes, could you help me? So he zips it up, but he looks down and he notices that she has some
stockings
stuffed in her bra.
Yeah.
I don't know if this scene is going to happen today.
No.
At least not on cable. I mean, not on network. And not on network TV.
Network now is like basic cable, bro.
Yeah,
network now is just basic cable.
I don't
basic
know.
Cable and basic cable is like basic cable plus.
Basic cable. Well, what we talking? We talking about premium? Are you talking about HBO?
No, I'm talking about network. When I say network TV is like basic cable, it's like what they do. Like FCC be damned.
You think this scene gets by on network TV today?
No, I'm just saying in general. Like,
okay.
They let them cuss now and they let them do, like, bruh, if you seen a network show with some of those sex scenes on network TV,
nah,
little risque. Well,
I gotta see. I don't watch much network TV. You got me wanting to see now.
You can pass it.
Like I said, he does that and he's teasing Whitley. And she says, "That's a secret, Dwayne. Now you have to tell me a real secret. You have to tell me a secret." Because this really hurts, I guess, that he knows this now. And he says, "Oh, okay, I got a secret." He says,
"Try to get a little fresh with her, bro.
I like this woman. And I don't think she knows." And he's walking up to us, walking up slowly to Whitley. And it's like, Whitley's still not getting it, but then she's like, "Well, I think you should be honest with this person," or whatever.
And who rolls in?
Wait, no, what you gotta say? At one point, he said he lets it be known that it's like, yeah, Whitley, and then he suddenly puts her hands on her shoulders. He says, "You have the greatest shoulders." When
Willona Reese busts up in the door.
Man, let me tell you something. The doors at Gilbert Hall are like Daredevil. They're whisper quiet. Because I tell you, in Cook Hall...
I think it was open.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Because so many people burst into those doors and you never hear them come in. In Cook Hall, if you had a key, it sounded like a bank. It sounded like a bank safe.
Drew Hall, I mean, they weren't, but them doors might as well have been damn fire doors, bro. I mean, they weren't fire doors because they wouldn't. I don't recall that they just closed on their own, but they might as well have been. I wish my neighbor had a damn fire door, because when I had that damn bald head, every time I walk by, because he was calling me Rock from the TV show. Whoa, 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 whoa. I hear that shit every day. Like, damn.
Oh, God.
Hey, man.
This is something I need you to notice. In scenes where Dwayne is on some Denzel/Idris shit, he never has the glasses on. I'm noticing that now because there are other scenes.
Right.
He still wears the glasses. Like the glasses, I was like, wait, the glasses are here, and now they're not here. But when he's on that thing, They're never on when he's on. What you call it?
Uh,
Never. Um, we go to Jaleesa's in Freddie's room. Uh, Kim enters with Jaleesa's dress, and Jaleesa's more excited about her 32-page paper
paper.
on paper
You know
on
what that made me,
economy.
and you know what that made me think of was why did they change her later on? You know, when she ended up with Colonel Taylor, just her whole
Demeanor.
person, everything
Turn a
about
little
her
bit.
changed. You know, it's like she changed into Leave It to Beaver's mom or something, bro.
I was thinking about that today because you know what we forgot? They had a kid. So
Mm-hmm.
that means that
Yeah, it might
kid
be at
might
Howard.
that'd be something.
I mean, not
Where's your
Howard. My
child?
bad, Hillman. I
But
mean
no, that
Hillman.
would be great. Where's your child? Howard
Howard.
didn't want nothing to do with Hillman.
Want to be the HU.
Your child
HU.
was born on this campus. Yep. Want nothing to do with it. Nothing.
They had to bring back Colonel Taylor's daughter. Try to hit on Dwayne. Since they want to bring everybody back. Since they want to go Karate Kid style and, you know.
it, that would be interesting. Man, if they brought what's the one, Kinunu? The one that
Oh, Kinunu. They already brought Kinunu back. They don't need to bring her back.
yeah,
When they brought her back that one time, perfect.
they
Perfect.
did.
They brought her back. She played everybody. Said, I don't want you. I am married. I got my
What you
own
doing?
money. I don't
Got,
need none of your shit.
I got my money. I got my man. I got Labrador retrievers. I don't need you, man.
Right? He went in there with his chest out like, yeah, I'm sorry, Kinunu, but I know you want me.
We want
mean,
you because you're qualified,
Yeah.
jackass.
I said, man, I'm
But
good.
put it back on. I'm gonna get back on the track. Kim, like I said, Jaleesa is not. She's like, yes, oh wow, I am. I'm getting married tomorrow. Freddie and Kim suggest it's gonna be so cool when y'all living in the country and this, that. Jaleesa said, we are living in the city. I am going to be an urban professional, walking with my running shoes, my professional suit, carrying my pumps, and talking about saying, and she will
Yeah,
be
she
talking.
she she was throwing some of that sister talk. She was doing that sister
Well,
talk out. She had the shoulders going too, bro. She had the sister talk
I'm
going
going to
on.
have and I'm going to have the nanny. You know, I was thinking about that. Of course, we've never had a nanny, but am I one to believe people with nannies, when they get nannies finally, I don't think they're all that ecstatic about having nannies. Like, you know what I mean? Before you have one, it's like you feel like it's kind of like people talk about them like they're Range Rovers and stuff like that. Yes, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that, I'm going to have a nanny. But then once you get it, or at least once you get older, you realize, I didn't spend any time with my kids. And my kids, my kids don't know me.
What was that? That was an Adam Sandler movie where he was always with the that black lady, man. Who kept I can't remember what movie that was, bro. She was like I think she was like the maid slash daddy, bro. It was I think it was that movie where he went through like all of the grades in like a week or two.
Oh, really?
He went from like he went to graduate. He went to get some money break. He went from like K through 12 in like 2 weeks or something, bro.
I do remember.
Some crazy movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the movie. I can't remember the name of it. But Freddie asked, like, she says, "Oh, does Walter know all this?" And Jaleesa says, "I don't know. That drip that I talked about earlier, it's kind of picking up the pace right now. It's kind of picking up the pace. It's kind of picking up the pace right now." We go to the pit. They are finishing up singing "Happy Trails" to Walter.
Walter's whack ass bachelor party.
Yes. And Ron comments on it as they usher them out. But I thought it was funny when Colonel Taylor said,
this would have been a good time. This would have been a good time for the first time to say the pina coladas. That'd have been.
that line, pina coladas. But I gotta say, when Colonel Taylor said, "All right, now where are the strippers?" And I really thought they were gonna bring strippers in. I I was like, they're not bringing strippers in. Like I thought that was something. Because I mean, they couldn't as teachers be giving alcohol, and they couldn't be doing that. So I was like, okay, now the grown folks is here. It's just gonna be,
I mean, they were. This is all on campus. I'm like,
yeah. It was like I said, it was not the great. Uh, it was it wasn't good. There was an extra when they were leaving. I gotta say, when Ron was leaving, there was this extra that was just doing extra, like trying to be seen. Like they would tell him, say, "Yeah, go see." Colonel Taylor said something about go see Bambi, and the extra was like doing this, and I was like, you doing a lot."
you know what show? It wasn't extras, but the background, the people in the background.
That's extras.
No, when I'm no, I mean, but the people I'm thinking about in the background were actual. I mean, some of them were extras, but for the most part, it were the stars from the show.
Mm-hmm.
Your show, Living Single. the The background is one of the most fascinating backgrounds you just see because everybody is doing something that catches your eye on Living Single. And especially the one where Kyle, digression, I know we're talking about Living Single, where Kyle was singing My Funny Valentine. Man, what's your girl name? Who was on Living Color?
Kim Cole,
Kim Coles, bruh, sitting behind I don't even remember the name characters on your show.
Maxie,
Maxine. Kim Cole sitting behind Maxine.
Sinclair, Maxine.
Yes, about while Kyle was singing My Funny Valentine the second time, bruh.
Uh-huh.
Her facial expressions, bruh, were hilarious, bruh. You gotta go back and watch it, bruh. Cause she's just back there like, oh, mm. Oh. Kim Cole
Man,
just know how to do it, bruh. Your whole that Living Single knows how to do their background. Whoever's in the background,
they're acting, bro. They're professionals, bro. They know it.
yeah,
She definitely, yeah. Kim don't let down. You
yeah.
got to give something. They're into the character, and they got to give something. But it just made me laugh because when he was doing extra, it reminded me of the one time I was an extra on Living Single, and I looked back at that time and I said, "You were doing
I
too
remember.
much.
Yeah,
It was
you
too
were. I
much. Stop,
remember. You were
stop."
like,
And you know what? You just don't think it's gonna read on camera because ain't nobody paying attention to you. But then it's like, oh Lord, you look
yeah.
stupid, boy.
I wouldn't say you look stupid, but you was doing it like you were like,
It's too much. Like I said, they left out, and then Walter starts to talk to Colonel Taylor and Mr. Gaines about marriage, and as usual, older men know best. Mr. Gaines talks about how he met Velma. He was working the grill, at the gospel cookout. He was cooking.
hey,
He said, I offered her, you want a thigh or a wing?" And it was love. But I did find Colonel
you
Taylor funny
know
when
what happened after that?
I found it funny that Colonel Taylor said after Vietnam, I thought marriage would be easy. After I got divorced, I signed up for another. I re-up for another tour of duty. I was like, oh my god. Walter speaks of talking about, it's gonna be so fun going being a camper, camping out, having food fights in every national park. I don't know. I can't lie to you, Walter. What do you plan to do in life?
A camper, yeah, bro. I was like,
Honestly, if I'm Jaleesa, I'm like, what?
I
And
mean, this dude. Hey, again, the only reason he's getting married is because he got a free trip.
yeah, um, and on that note, Jaleesa does enter and says, "Walter, I want to talk. I think we should call off the wedding." Colonel
This
Taylor,
was the
wait, Mr. Gaines
funniest
said,
part. Mr. Gaines, oh, Mr.
"What did
Gaines.
what did this boy do now?"
Bruh, that see what that boy you know what? You know what? I um you know what? I'll wait till we get to nostalgia.
All right. We come back from the act break and return. Mr. Gaines, he says he needs to call Velma. He says you need to call Velma. And Colonel Taylor tries to talk and then just realizes, I need to shut up. And he walks out. Jaleesa is having, she expresses her doubts. He says, some strangers walking across campus just told me, see you at the wedding. I don't even know these people. And Walter says he has his doubts. The fellas told him that she would be like a warden to him, and it was horrible, but I know. And then they state that they just want to love each other and they have a great relationship. And he asks what do they want? What does he want from her? I said, to love each other. And when you just give me a couple of babies. And she says, baby. And that's when it says, well, we can't be right on everything today. That means we need some time. We need some things to argue with over our marriage. And honestly, when I heard that statement, I say that's the dumbest thing you ever want to say. That's the dumbest thing you ever want to say. I mean,
But
honestly,
you
this
know
is not
what?
the
But you know
same.
what? When you
But to
think
say
about
never
it,
argue, if you can do
when
that,
you think about it, looking at them, they look a lot older. But when you think about it, they're in college, they're in grad school. They are technically young people saying young things,
true. Yeah,
especially Walter.
yeah.
Like
But they run.
I wonder how old Walter is supposed to be, on as a student there
Gotta be.
on the show.
We talking late 20s because Jaleesa was 26 when she was a freshman.
Yeah. So
Uh,
she's an undergrad.
yeah.
Yep.
And they kind of just run over it. You know what? We'll solve it later. You're not gonna solve it later. We go to Gilbert Hall.
You gonna solve it later.
Yes, you
Actually, you
are.
gonna solve it.
Dwayne and Whitley are completing the decoration of the lobby. They talk about things. Dwayne's like, what type of guy you want to marry? And she's like, says, I want a guy who, and she says, you want a guy that's rich? No. And she says, I want somebody who's ambitious and honest. And it's like that man always had, that type of man always has money. That's when clearly Dwayne wants to know if he's in the running. When Mr. and Mrs. Gain enter with her chili.
Bruh, pause. Chili for the wet.
Dude, man, something about Mr. Gaines chili is just a favorite. Mr. Gaines chili has always been a favorite, bro.
Bruh. My view of a wedding reception is food and drink. The drink being alcohol. Chili, and then you got a bunch of people getting, maybe some vodka, maybe some whiskey. Maybe you got a couple who's like, hey, man, we're going to take shots for Welter.
We're on network TV in 1989.
Let me tell you something, bro. When I go to a wedding and they got an open bar, just take my keys.
Yeah, I've discovered that you do. Yeah, I
Take
know
'em.
you do. I know how you are, though. I didn't pay for
Take
it,
'em.
but I know how you are at the open bar.
Take 'em.
Who the hell has that? I don't remember that quote. I was looking at that receipt. Let me say that my wedding, someone paid $500 and
He
gave
sure
me an
did.
open bar, and I assumed that there weren't many people going to be drinking. And I said, well, it should probably be just my friend. I had two friends and my brother. I said, they're going to be drinking for real. I just remember, who the hell has seven, I don't even know, just say Harvey Wallbangers. Who has seven? And then I heard somebody say, can I have a Harvey Wallbanger? I said, I'll be damned. I said, cut this off now. Cut this off.
I'm sorry, that would be a vodka and cranberry.
Okay, so who the hell has 7 vodka and cranberries? I have a vodka and cranberry. That's your ass. Cut this bill off right now.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro, let me say something. I walk into the wedding. If y'all say open bar, this is all that's going to Hey, this is all you going to hear.
Oh, man.
This is all you going to hear is, here you go. Just take them. Take them.
Take him.
Take
I
'em.
was like, damn. I was like, I just said, And the thing is, I'm looking at everybody. Well, that
Or
person
you
doesn't
going
drink.
home? You going home early? Here you go. Here you go.
Or your
I'll catch you
father.
Uber.
Or your father. Dad, you're drinking. Well, my son getting married today. You haven't drunk since 1979. You finding reasons to drink. Great, great, whatever. Um, like I said, we're it all, and they are talking. And Mrs. Gaines notices that Whitley has been working with Dwayne. She said, he your sweetie?" He's like, "No, he's just a friend." She said, "That's how they start out. That's how they start out."
He
You think
said,
I'm mad?
"Do
You think
do
I
you think
wanted
Mr.
to?
Gaines is? Do you think Mr. Gaines is my type?" You know who I thought? You know who I thought that was when I looked at her, and I realized no, I'm the person that I'm thinking of is a man. But and I'm not saying that she looks exactly like the person. Remember? Oh man, it was a horrible episode. But the Hawaii, I think it was the Hawaii Five O
Stop,
episode
stop.
from Sanford and
Mo-
Son.
The moment you said Hawaii,
Remember there wasn't. Didn't they dress up like women or something like that? One of them, or am I thinking of another show? There was a
shit.
there was a black dude who dressed up like a woman, and when I can't remember, it may not be the Hawaii episode. It may be something else. I don't know.
I used to have a dream. I used to aspire to want to create a sitcom that was based in Hawaii because I said we're gonna make Hawaii funny because Hawaii it seems to be the sitcom and Hawaii is the sitcom killer. If your show goes to Hawaii, you know
Yeah,
it's over. You know it's over. The Jeffersons went for
Jefferson's win.
a three parter. It's like
Remember the end of the episode. The end of the remember the to be continued. The damn
dude,
surfboard was just
it
brother.
lasted a month. That was a 4-part episode.
Was it?
Dog, Sam,
Was
I
it?
swear to God, that Hawaii thing went on forever.
I just remember that the surfboard or the sail or whatever they were on flipped over, and that was to be continued because now you're thinking that George and drowned, George and Tom then drowned, and you're like, oh my god, I gotta wait a whole week.
like it would be
Oh my
amazing.
god,
What would really be amazing is if they had killed George and John. Like they're dead.
that would have been interesting.
But back then, you literally sat there like, "Oh my God, what happened? Really? Could they be?" You like now you be like, they're not dead. You know. They're not.
And now for the conclusion of the Jeffersons go to Hawaii. Is George dead?
It's George. But let me get back on track. Like I said, Wade says he's a friend, and he says, you think that Mrs. Gaines is like, all right, I know these things. I have life experience, child.
Yeah.
You don't have enough credit hours to talk to me. you ain't got you ain't got credit hours.
And we
to
know
talk to
that
me.
she doesn't because she ain't took her damn math class.
Oh my God. We go to Gilbert Hall later. It is time for the wedding. Everyone is decked out in what looks like custom tuxes and custom dresses that they got ready in 2 weeks. I was in one wedding during my college years. I had to borrow money from dad to rent that tux.
Talking about Marvin?
No, not
Oh no,
Marvin.
Marvin rolled out. You talking about Jeff?
That was Jeff. Yeah,
All
that
right.
was Jeff. Yeah, Jeff. Um, Marvin got
Were you
married.
Jeff's best man?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long were y'all roommates? When you got married?
We've been roommates 2 years.
Boy, you're a real good influence, man. You really are, man. After 2 years, bro, dude said, "Hey, man, you're my best man." That means you're a good dude, bro.
I'm cheap. I'm,
You're a good dude, bro. You're a good dude, bro. people naturally like you, bro. That's a very good quality to have, bro.
Well, thank you,
This
bro. Thank,
is very good, bro.
thank you.
We'll name this clip Rod's a good dude.
No, we don't. We don't need this clip at all. If you got to watch the show to see this. But I'm just saying, everybody's got something. Like Freddie, you were broke last week. You could barely eat. Now you got. This is a nice looking wedding right here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I think they got the flutist for free. They probably went down to the arts department and said, "Hey,
Man, they got a little hookup on some of the things, but some of that stuff,
come play."
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of this stuff Whitley was probably in charge of. Like most of that
That's
stuff.
true. Jaleesa comes down looking all good. Ain't got nobody to give her away. Walter is standing before the pastor, who is played by Albert Hall, aka Brother Baines from Malcolm X. I'm telling
Straight
you
up,
God's
straight up.
word, not
Hey,
no hustle.
I straight up wrote up here. I said Pastor was the janky jealous dude from Malcolm X. He went out. He got mad at Malcolm, bro, because
I've
Malcolm was getting
always
too much
known
attention.
that. I've always known Brother Baines' name. I'm telling you God's word, not no hustle. I'm telling you God's word, not no hustle.
That is how he said it too. God's words, not no hustle.
Not no hustle. Got that conch in your head. Wipe that mess out your
What?
head. Looking like
Let it burn. Let it burn. Put that conch in his head, bro.
He went hard on him because he said, looking like a monkey. Let it burn. He was so
He had
hard.
that conch in his head, bro. He was like, he held his hand. Said, let it burn. Let it burn.
Get your hands off me. You know this.
Malcolm X, bro. Malcolm Little, my bad. He wasn't Malcolm X. He was Malcolm Little, bro.
Little right there, bro.
Said, get your hands off me. Let it burn.
I'm going to give you this.
Yeah, you want to walk around like a monkey?
I was like, damn.
Man. Say, man, y'all, some of y'all young dudes out here, y'all ain't ready for him.
He said, I'm going to give you this, but it's your last fix. It's your last. He said, I'm going to give you this, but it's your last fix.
You know what? You know how they have people, these people, they just, in essence, they want clicks. So they walk around. Obviously, this is digression, folks. They walk around and they just do things to people so that they can get, whether they are walking up on them, acting like they're going to attack them or whatever. We need to get a Brother Baines out there. Just walk up to these young dudes. What you going to do? Shoot, man? Yes, I am.
Oh, God, that nigga shot me. He shot me. What the hell? Boy, these young boys out here are crazy. He straight shot me.
Said boys don't want to use their hands no more. All they want to do is shoot. People,
he shot me in the
I ain't
ass.
gonna lie, bro. We jump down these Generation Z or whatever they are, but let's be honest. I mean, we from New Orleans, bro. They were shooting. They were shooting back in '88.
They were. They really
A
were.
lot.
They were.
Your mom and dad specifically told me, you ain't getting no Jordans. You ain't getting the starter jacket. You ain't getting shot up. First of all, they said I ain't paying for no Jordans. And I almost got that Georgetown pullover. Almost. Because it wasn't an official starter jacket. It was a pullover. And I almost got it through until your dad and your mama says like, that look like one of those jackets them young boys getting robbed for. No, we can't get that.
Better than me. As I told someone, I said, I'm not even going to even think to fix my mouth. Hey, you think you could buy me some $100 sneakers?
Oh, I never, to be honest with you, Jordans, I never even, that was never even a thought to ask.
Yeah.
I just knew that they just associated Jordans and starter jackets. Now, the starter jacket, I'm going to ask you for. Jordans, I'm like, I'm not even wasting my time with that.
That's not going to happen.
How much are they? They got 3 digits? Yeah. 3 digits before you get to the decimal point? No.
I can see your dad say, "Son, you need to be averaging 20. You need to be averaging a double double for me to play that Bible." You need to be you need to be starting point guard at least on the JV at St. Aug. You got to before I go pay that type of money.
Yeah.
Real talk. But like I say, Brother Baines, he is the pastor. Um, he speaks of a teacher's retreat where Walter just dived into the water and Jaleesa just sat at the other side of the pool, and they both had different approaches to life, and that they're going to approach this marriage like that. And I thought to myself, at a teacher's retreat, you were probably drunk, and you did not care. You were lying.
Yeah.
You were lying, Reverend. You are lying out your teeth. But they go through the service, and they say it comes to the part where they said, "Does anyone object?" And Walter and Jaleesa both object.
Object. Yes. They came to their senses, so you know.
And they sat there and it's talking to the preacher. It's like they're whispering like nobody is in the room with them. Let me tell you something. He said, "Well, what should we do?" I think you need to tell them. He tell these people. I think you need to tell these 100 people in this hall right here that you're not
I
getting
give it to
married.
him. No, the pastor. I give it to him too. The pastor was like, "You want me to tell him?" He was like, "Nah." Said, We the ones who made the decision. Let us tell it."
So they tell
Enjoy the
everybody,
chili.
enjoy the chili because we're not getting married. We dissolved to later. They end the
Willie was
party.
mad, bro. Willie was mad.
She was.
No, no. He was upset, bro. Look at everything I've done.
I gotta watch that again. Maybe I didn't notice Whitney losing it like
Willie,
that.
Willie was mad, bro. Willie was hot.
Um, but later, like I said, dissolved to later. Walter and
Here's the most interesting part to me. You can go ahead.
Walter and Jaleesa talking, and they're saying that they're glad that you know that they found out right now instead of having to find out later. Um, Walter gives the free trip, the Hawaii trip that kicked this whole episode off to Mr. and Mrs. Gaines. And I gotta say, I'd have said, Jaleesa, why don't we go to Hawaii, smash a couple more times, and just end this?
Uh,
Why don't we want to have one last blowout? I mean, come on now, we
I
got the
wasn't,
free
and I
trip.
wasn't even thinking about that. I honestly, when they gave the trip away, I was like, then I was like, you know what? The games did all the chili and food for them, man. People don't probably get out too of. Let them people go on. Let them people have a trip.
I
The
mean,
thing that
yeah,
got me though was that who the hell told y'all to break up?
that's true.
I mean, it was like, okay, we didn't get married. Now that's it. We done. Why don't y'all continue to, bro? It's the same thing, bro. You get a flat tire and the heat don't work. It don't matter. It don't make sense, bro. Like they could have stayed together, bro. You could have let them stay together and just maybe naturally break up. Because the next show I think coming up is on about Kim going to Freaknik in DC. Never heard of Freaknik in DC, but hey, whatever. And they seem to be still hanging out. If I remember,
They
if I
were,
remember correctly,
they did. They were hanging out, and that was the great thing about they're not getting married. It's like we're still friends, and we you
they
know,
didn't have to break up though. Like it was not necessary. Like just because you made a rash decision to
hey
get
man,
married in 2 weeks.
I find it ironic that Colonel Taylor was the best man, and eventually he ends up getting married.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I also gotta say, Walter and Jaleesa, is this y'all whole circle? Like, do y'all?
Yeah, pretty much. Seems like it.
um, they walk. They respectfully end the relationship, and Walter throws the bouquet in the direction of Dwayne and Whitley, who are sitting on a couch speaking. And Dwayne asked her to go to a movie at the Dillard, if I'm correct, at the Dillard. I thought it's interesting. Dillard University, our father's alma mater. And she says no because this could lead to one thing, then it could lead to long walks and could lead to dinners. And then he says, and it could eventually lead to breakfast. What you saying, Dwayne? I see you, Dwayne. I see you trying to get in them drizzles, Dwayne.
So last week, Dwayne forgot real fast about Whitley. This week,
He did.
Dwayne forgot real fast about Denise.
He sure did. He got over Denise real
He
quick.
got over Denise real fast.
Man, he solved that broken heart like see, he had some caulk. He got some caulk from Lowe's and just caulked that up. I'm all right. Let's do this. Get back on. What's happening? What's happening? And they said, let's get something. Let's go eat some of this wedding cake. And they go over to the wedding cake. And let me state, they do that thing where everybody has a piece and try to feed each other and smash each other in the face. I never got that. I never understood it. I never understood it.
I mean, I get it. I get it with college, with young kids being funny, but just in general,
I don't get that.
I don't want you mashing that in my face.
I pay, and it's probably an expensive cake. When it's a wedding cake, I've paid for an expensive cake. I don't need. This cake is not made for food fighting. That's something that your dad would say. The hell is wrong with them? That's good cake. What is wrong with these people?
I can see him going over there and cutting a piece.
Look at this.
Good cake.
This is good cake. This is good cake. Why would you destroy some good cake like this? And that was the episode. Before I continue, the Black Law is sponsored by the Faded Black Funeral Homes. Death is a part of life, so put life into your loved one's death. At Fade to Black, with t-shirt, print, and tattoo artists on site to commemorate your loved ones. Fade to Black. Most HBCU thing, I
never anything.
hadn't anything.
There was nothing about this show.
Yeah. Least likely thing to happen at an HBCU. Again, it was
having a wedding on campus.
Well,
having a wedding on campus like that.
Yeah, because I got to believe that some Howardites have gone to Rankin Chapel and got married.
Yeah. But having a wedding like that with all the chili
with chili and in the lobby of Carver.
Drew Hall, bro.
Drew Hall.
Hey, you coming down?
Somebody walked through. I would love to see somebody walk through and go to the soda machine who wasn't in the.
Drew Hall, bro, be like, "Hey, the food is downstairs. You walk right past the laundry room. It'll be right there. Table will be on your left. Finger sandwiches and some Coke."
Thank you. Hip hop song needed, or R&B
I just went with you know what? I just went with the key song from the previous week, "Somebody for Me" by Heavy D.
Wow, really? I at first went with "Roses" by Outkast, Caroline, but then I realized that whole song was about basically a stuck-up ex, so I just went with "Let's Get Married" by Jagged Edge. Cause I mean, we ain't getting no young, which I found to be the most unencouraging marriage song ever. We ain't getting no younger. We ain't get.
Will you marry me, Gina? Damn. Are you happy now?
Oh my god. HBC alum needed as guest star. And in what role?
I have HU grad Debbie Allen. Honey, he's getting married so his cheap ass don't have to pay for a honeymoon. And Debbie Allen is talking to Mr. Gaines' wife.
I have Virginia Union University alum Charles Oakley Jr. Jr. brought some liquor of his own. He's kind of drunk and being escorted out. And and he's saying this as he's being escorted out. Walter, I thought you said it's gonna be some ladies here. Walter, I thought you said it's gonna be some ladies. This is some bullshit, Walter. I thought there's gonna be some ladies up in there. Charles Oakley, guest starring on Different World.
Any what ifs?
What if Dwayne hooks up with a girl at the reception?
Ooh, ooh.
I bet Whitley wouldn't think it was
I
so
bet.
unfair to me.
I bet
Wait
you
then.
Willie will be. Yeah, I bet you Willie be on
What?
top of it then.
I bet you Whitley. I bet Whitley. I bet Whitley be on top
What
of it.
if everybody ate that chili at the reception?
Kim, did you just pass gas? No. Yeah, you did.
You
Freddie.
know your stinky ass did.
Freddie, did you pass gas? No.
What if somebody, what if on the Netflix version, you know your stinky ass did.
HBCU
Nostalgia.
story. Nostalgia? I don't even know if it's.
Mine's not a HBCU story, but it's a story.
It was in reference to the party that the party they threw for the bachelor party for Walter.
Yeah.
I went to a Super Bowl party and it was in 1992. This was the year right before Michael Jackson. This was the halftime right before the year Michael Jackson. This was the halftime show that made them go get Michael Jackson. And every successive halftime show has been a big star because of this, because of In Living Color that did a halftime show.
That was great.
So I knew about this. I mean, everybody knew about it, right?
Oh yeah, I
So
remember.
halftime is coming. I was invited to this Super Bowl party, and I'm sitting up in there, and I got me a good seat because I want to see the thing. And suddenly, the guy comes in who's hosting the party. He presses mute. What's going on? Suddenly, 14 strippers run into the room.
Wow.
And
Halftime.
long story short, I did not see that halftime show. I saw it because it was running on in the background, but I did not hear that halftime show until YouTube existed.
I'm sure that you did not.
I never on YouTube. That was I said, "Oh my God, that was the halftime show." I didn't see halftime show. So there.
Mine was just because it was Mr. Gaines, because Mr. Gaines said what did he say? He said what's that boy done now? I think this was like maybe a couple of years ago. I don't know what it was. I went over to mom and dad. It was late, bruh. Either it was late or it was real early in the morning. I don't remember what it was for, but when I walked in, bruh, I just heard mama in the I just heard mama saying, "Did she kick him out?" Talking about Eric, cause I guess it was so early in the morning, bruh. He was like, did he get kicked out? What did he do? I was like, damn, I didn't do nothing, man.
Oh my God! Did he kick him out?
I was like, man, what are you talking about? That's just how it was, bro. Like, he kicked him out. Like, what's wrong? What did he do?
Open the door, y'all. Open the door.
Like, man.
You gotta love that, man. You gotta love that.
All right.
I like this. This one was, but this next episode, that episode we do it next week.
Another
I
homecoming.
missed that. I never saw this episode. I never saw the next
I don't
episode.
know. I remember you asked me about it. I was like, yeah, I remember that episode. But
I
you were
never-
right. It was Freaknik. For some reason,
Yeah.
it was but it was specific. Yeah, it was specific.
It was specific,
but Kim did complain about our homecoming, whatever. So
She did.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
But it was. I mean,
that's why I thought they went to a homecoming.
But you can't. The popularity at that moment in time, Freaknik had not even gone into cult level
Freaking hit
status,
it. Nah, it didn't.
but
Nah.
it was rising at this point. It was becoming
Yeah.
very popular, and that's why I can believe that's why the name was used.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this. This season 3 is fun, man. Season 3 is fun, no doubt about it. So
All right.
until next week, from me, Boobo, and Ryan, peace. He has no fingers.